Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Thank you for joining K2 LT webinar. Today we are hosted by Mr. Vytenis Labanauskas, the CEO of the company. Before we proceed with the presentation, I will shortly introduce you with the agenda. Firstly, Mr. Labanauskas will analyze company's financial results of 2015 and will inform about current events in the company. Right after the presentation, we will open the floor for discussions and questions. Questions can be asked in both English and Lithuanian languages. I invite you to use the question box on the right side of the screen to send in questions. All questions will be addressed after the presentation. Mr. Labanauskas, I invite you to start the presentation.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone, dear shareholders, dear investors. I shortly like to introduce our company and results of 2015. Sorry for my English, it's not my native language. Please follow the text on the slides, and if you will have any questions after the presentation, please ask. I'd like to show you some general information. As many of you know, we are the first and only crematorium operator in Lithuania. Our company was established in 2008 and is located in the city of Kėdainiai. It is a center of Lithuania. It's a geographical center of Lithuania. The first cremation was performed only at the end of 2011, and since then we have been growing rapidly. You can look the results shown on the left, on the right. And at the moment we have 8 employees. 2015 was a very successful year, and I will go through the numbers in the next few slides. As you can see, the number of cremations was growing every quarter, every year. In the last year, 2015, compared to the previous year, we grew 26%. And we exceeded expectations and have conducted 3,502 cremations in 2015. We expect that people will choose cremation more often, and we will conduct 4,300 cremations during this year. In 2015, revenues reached 1.2 million euro. Compared to 2014, revenue grew by 28%. Our gross profit margin increased to 84% and amounted to 1 million euro, which is 33% more than in the previous year. This year we expect to reach 1.4 million euros in revenue. As you can see, our EBITDA and net profit grew rapidly every year. In 2015, our EBITDA amounted to 515,000 euro, which is 29% more than in 2014. Our EBITDA margin remained the same at 58%. Our profit in 2015 grew by 44% and reached 502,000 euro. As you can see, our profit grew faster than revenues due to economies of scale and efficient use of resources. We expect that trend to continue, and this year our profit will reach 670,000 euros. Important events. Well, Actually, you can read them. I just announced some most important things we expected and our opportunities. This year we launched a second cremation line in Kėdainiai. The line increased the optimum cremation capacity to 8,000 cremations annually. From today, new pricing takes place. It means 50% discount will be applied for those customers who can wait up to 74 hours for cremation. We have managed this policy to have better management of our cremation lines and to be more effective. We are still actively looking for land to build a crematorium in Vilnius. We expect that planning and design work can start by the end of the year. We are waiting for amendment that are aimed at regulating the exportation of the remains from Lithuania. This would require a permit and a special vehicle to transport the remains. We expect amendment that would allow cremating individual parts of the human body. This would open a new area of operation for the company. We expect municipalities to make cremation the only alternative in burial process for individuals with no family members and whose relatives refuse to provide a burial. Pauliau?
Yes, Dennis, thank you for the presentation. Now I will proceed with the questions in order they were received. But before, I would like to remind you that you can send in questions in the section on the right side of the screen. The first question we received was in Lithuanian and sounded like this. 2015 metų pirmojo pusmečio veiklos rezultatų pristatymo webinare minėjote, kad apie naujus konkurentus nieko neteko girdėti. Nuo šių metų pradžios per visas žiniasklaidos priemonės buvo labai daug informacijos apie tai. Tai kokia padėtis yra iš tikrųjų? And the same question in English would be about the current situation with competitors of the company. As in the previous webinar, the company stated that it had no information about new competitors, and in 2016 there were public information about interested parties. Mr. Labanauskas?
Yes. Tai norėčiau atsakyti į šį klausimą taip, kad 2015 metais, kada mes pirmą kartą buvome webinare, tokios informacijos apie tai, kad būtų vykdomi kokie nors parengiamieji darbai panašiam projektui įgyvendinti Lietuvoje, nebuvo. Ir ta informacija, kuri buvo šiais metais pasiekta, mes apie ją žinome, mes sekame įvykius, tačiau ketinimai, kad noras daryti kažką, tai jie visada buvo, bet kol kas mes dėja neturime jokių konkurentų.
The answer would be that the company had no information at that time about planned crematoriums. Competitors are those who are already operating in the market, and there are no such competitors at this moment. None of the interested parties has not received any licenses or permissions to build a crematorium in Lithuania yet. Another question is in Lithuanian. Kada bus išleista nauja akcijų emisija? And in English it would be, when would you plan to release the new share issue?
Kol kas akcijų emisijos naujos mes neplanavome ir jeigu bus tokių planų, visuotiniam akcininkų susirinkime apie tai bus svarstoma, mes būtinai informuosime.
There are no current plans for a new share issue, but we will inform about this in advance. Okay, there is one more question. In Lithuanian, kokie yra plėtros planai? What are the plans for growth and development?
Kaip mes esame informavę, artimiausi plėtros planai yra naujo krematoriumo statybos Vilniuje, Vilniaus apylinkėse. Vėliau mes planuojame plėtrą į vakarų Lietuvą, tai yra Klaipėda. Na, o apie kitas šalis kol kas ketinimų dar nėra.
The answer would be that the company plans to build a crematorium in Vilnius first and surrounding areas, and then to expand to western Lithuania in Klaipėda. And currently there are no plans for investment in other countries. Yes, and one more question. Ar neplanuojate patvirtinti savo dividendų politiką? Do you plan to... What is your dividend policy?
Taip, tai mūsų politika dividendų yra jau patvirtinta ir prieš darydami pirmąją emisiją mes esame informavę būsimus akcininkus ir vėliau patvirtinę akcininkų sutartyje numatytus dividendus kasmet. Tai yra buvusieji akcininkai ir šiuo metu valdyboje esantis akcininkai įsipareigoja balsuoti už dividendų paskirstimą. Šių metų dividendai bus skirstomi visuotiniame akcininkų susirinkime, kuris įvyks kovo 30 dieną. Balsavimas dėl to vyks kovo 30 dieną.
The dividend policy was established before the listing of the company and is in the shareholder agreement. The dividends are already... Yes, it's the dividend policy. You can find the dividend policy in the company's website or the NASDAQ. Also, the dividends are already pre-established, and the shareholders will vote for their payment, and this voting will take place on March 30, when 500,000 euro dividends will be offered to be paid out to the investors. Currently, we're waiting for more questions. There are no questions at the moment. We have a new question. It's also in Lithuanian. Minėjote, jog paleidus antrą liniją Kėdainių krematoriume, jos pajėgumų turėtų užtekti Lietuvos gyventojams dar 5 metų. Jei taip, kodėl neatsisakote planų statyti krematoriumą Vilniuje? In English will be, you mentioned before that the second operations line in Kėdainiai and the capacity would be sufficient to meet the demand of the whole country for the next 5 years. Then why are you still planning to build a new crematorium in Vilnius?
Taip, iš tiesų pajėgumai šiai dienai pas mus yra pakankami ir manome, kad tai jų turėtų pakakti dar keliems metams, nes Kėdainių krematoriume 2 linijom mes per metus galime atlikti 8000 kremavimų. Pernai metais mes atlikome tik tai 3502. Tačiau matome tendenciją ir planuojame plėtrą tiek teritorinę, tiek rezervų, nes atėjus laikui, kada poreikis bus, tam mes turime būti pasiruošę, nes investicinis tas įgyvendinimas pačio projekto užtrunka tikrai ilgai.
Yes, with 2 cremation lines, the optimal capacity is 8,000 cremations per year, and we only received 3,500 cremation last year, so there's room for growth. But the popularity of cremation is increasing, and it's good to have reserves, and we only expect it to grow really fast. One new question. Ar skaičiavote sumažintus įkainius, kiek mažės įmonės pelnas? Have you included in your calculations the reduced price and how this will affect the profit?
Taip, mes vertiname šitą įtaką kainodaros ir mūsų pateiktos prognozės yra jau įvertinus šitą galimą poveikį kainos sumažėjimo.
Yes, our forecast is based on these adjustments, and we have already calculated this into the model. Another question. Kadų akcijų likvidumas labai mažas. Ar neplanuojate padidinti akcijų likvidumą biržoje? In English, it would be like the shares in the Nasdaq liquidity is quite low. Do you plan to increase its liquidity?
Iš tiesų mes ateidami į Nasdaqo biržą išplatinome apie 70% įmonės akcijų. Tai mūsų akim žiūrint tai yra nemažas kiekis akcijų biržoje ir pagrindiniai akcininkai valdo apie 30% Kad akcijos neparsiduoda ir jų nėra tiek daug pasiūloje, aš manau irgi geras ženklas dėl to, kad visi akcininkai tikisi gerų rezultatų ir matyt grąžos iš akcijų ir todėl jų nėra tiek daug prekyboje.
Well, the investors are holding to their shares as the demand surpasses the supply. We have answered the question before about the new share issue, and if these plans, if there will be such plans, we will inform this in advance. And shareholders sold 70% of shares, and they have 30% left. And the other shareholders are holding that amount, and so they believe in these shares and do not want to sell. Another question, ar planuojama paslaugų spektro plėtra? Do you plan to increase the spectrum of services?
Šiam momentui vertikalios integracijos, ta prasme, plėtros paslaugų neplanuojame, tačiau jeigu akcininkai nuspręs, mes esame pasiruošę tokiam žingsniui ir jisai bus svarstomas. Nes rinkoje yra situacija tokia, kad šiuo metu mes koncentruojamės tik tai į kremavimo paslaugą, tačiau jeigu matysime, kad dėl kažkokių tai priežasčių šita paslauga gali būti stabdytis kažkokiu būdu, tai mes imsimės tada tokių žingsnių, kad galėtume teikti visą paketą paslaugų.
Currently, we have no such plans, but we are ready to make an offer for the shareholders, so it is a possibility for the future. We have a new question. It's in English. Do you plan to take part in Baltic Capital Markets Forum in Tallinn on May 12th? Ar planuojate gegužės 12 dieną dalyvauti Tallino renginyje Baltic Capital Markets Forum?
Taip, ačiū. Mes gavome pakvietimą ir jau esame pažadėję atvykti į šį forumą.
Yes, the company will attend the event. have a new question. It sounds like, is there any capital raising plans in the future for expansion growth? Ar yra kapitalo didinimo planų ateityje dėl augimo?
Šiuo metu planų mes neturime patvirtintų akcininkų, tačiau apie tai kalbėsime su akcininkais ir planuodami plėtrą Vilniuje arba plėtrą už Lietuvos ribų planuojame tą daryti.
No current plans for this, but we will speak with our shareholders, and this is definitely a possibility when we expand to Vilnius and maybe abroad. So there are no more questions, and all questions have been answered. Record of the presentation will be available in the Nasdaq Baltic YouTube channel webinar playlist. And we will insert the presentations to the Nasdaq's page. Vytenis, thank you for the presentation and the answers given, and thank you for participating and for joining the webinar. Yeah.
Ačiū visiems prisijungusiems prie mūsų webinaro. Tikiuosi, kad tai ne paskutinis ir lauksime jūsų sekantį kartą, o jeigu turėsite daugiau klausimų, galite rašyti mūsų